Guess who's back? All around the clock. I'm just having so much fun with this guy. Look at him move. That is amazing.
China.
Well, I'm going to have to go there or order from there
Thank you.
too. So let's see.
Hey, you know what? I just want to say this show is seen all over the world. In fact, my
Yes, it
sister
is.
just texted me and heard me mention about cousin Benny.
Oh,
And but you know that was years ago.
and where is she? Is she back
She's in Philadelphia.
Oh, hi, sister.
Hello, sis.
Yeah, Tony's. We're having so much fun here. Wish you could be here, but you're kind of here. We're in your living room or wherever you are.
Yes, she's watching, and yes, she is. You know, there's a lot going on in the last 34 years. You know, one thing that I think made me a better entertainer was able to see the greatest entertainment in the world. Tina Turner, Lorna Luft, all these entertainers that spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to produce shows. I would go watch all these shows, and I would see how they made up their show. Because when you produce a show, there's certain elements that have to be in a show, and I think that's what really helped me create a great stage show like I
Right.
did at the Smith Center, and I did 2 successful shows at the Smith Center.
That was something.
My roots go back to my twin brother and I being in a show band, dressing up in the suits all the time. But now I'm reinventing myself and I'm going back into performing more.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep mentioning Ron Gary because he was the entertainment director at Sahara, who actually booked me at the Sahara. And he
I
said
knew
did
him
a-
back in the 80s. Yeah, we were all in advertising.
So he
back
and
then.
I are working on booking me in Vegas and around the country and probably on cruise ships.
Yes,
Yeah.
and when we talk about your 30 plus years just here, because you were entertaining back in Philly as well, you kept a video file, even going back as far as the good old days on a lot of people, and with your show that you have entertained. And we were saying during the break, you were talking about some of these people. You've interviewed some of the greatest talents of this whole millennium generation. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about who you were?
When I'm going through my videotapes right now, I didn't even realize that I interviewed some of the people I totally forgot.
Wow.
I totally forgot. Tony Curtis was on the show 2 weeks ago, and it was incredible to talk to him about his life as an actor
Wow.
and how he played Spartacus and Boston Strangler and Houdini
The Boston Strangler.
and Some Like It Hot with Marilyn Monroe.
Oh,
It was unbelievable to hear his stories,
right.
how he became one of the most successful American film icons.
Ever.
Yes.
And others, there was Marcel Marceau. I've always been so enchanted by him, the
Yeah.
mime.
We're working on right now Donna Summer, Lou Rawls, and Bo Diddley.
Oh my
You
goodness.
know, this is incredible stuff.
So you have actual clips of you with them or interviewing them?
I
and then
have
you're-
footage
Footage.
that I shot with my production company and interviews.
Right.
And it started 30 years ago. And a couple years into the show, my good friend Denny Cooper, who's no longer with us, was a mentor to me in the television business, said, you know, I think these are equity clips.
That's a good term.
So I started logging everything in. Original Temptations, the original Four Tops.
I love that.
The original Four Tops.
I remember. I love them. I'm kind of
You know.
in my 70s mode today,
Yeah.
too, for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I'm channeling because I knew that you were going to. Now, where can people watch these? Is this on, I understand you've.
Well,
across
right
markets.
now it's every Sunday at 11 a.m. on the CW network.
I love this.
Every Sunday at 11 a.m. on the CW
Okay.
network. Every Saturday night, late night on NBC at 3:30 in the morning.
That's a good time.
Every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Prism. 11 o'clock Friday nights on Prism, and then on the Family Network all across the country. So these are all legitimate broadcast stations that
I
are airing
love
our
it.
shows. Yeah.
Right.
So we're reaching 500,000 people a week.
And it sounds like you're covering several generations. You're not just focusing on, say, the 40s. You're talking about the Four Tops and Gladys
Whatever I
Knight.
have in my inventory, I'm going to use. I mean, I produced 33 Las Vegas Rocks variety shows with a live band and a live stage, and I have Tony Orlando, I have Louis Anderson. I didn't even touch that stuff yet because that's too new. We're still working. I got Benny King from Stand By Me.
It's an anthology. I mean,
Price.
where you're taking people through time on this. So you're going to start from the.
So
Really, really-
so far we've produced 5 shows. out of the 30 years. And our goal is to produce 52 episodes
Wow.
that will run like American Movie Classic.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
So I'm producing Classic Vegas Entertainment. We're producing the Las Vegas Rocks variety show at Ron the Cars Event Center.
That's
And we're working on my stage performance,
right.
my stage show, which is a combination of, me performing for the last 52 years. I've been performing now 52 years as an entertainer.
It's hard to believe looking at you because you must have started. I know it's so kind of when you were 5. Now, can people go to your website and
See
because there's
shows? Yeah.
or get the listings? You obviously you know all your times, but
TonySaka.com.
That's
Yeah.
so simple you can't forget it.
TonySaka.com.
And-
Hi, sis.
So happy your sister joined us.
Yeah.
Does she have one of these?
She's got those. She's got the book. She's got the clock.
Yeah.
She's got it all. Yeah.
So how long did this book take?
A year to write.
Yes, I can relate to that.
It took 1 year to write, dictating to Arlene Krieger about 2 to 3 hours twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go over the scripts and you go over it and you read it.
And then the production on your show at the Jazz Cabaret at Smith Center, that must have taken a lot of work. You had, 10 musicians behind you, two
But
two backup
it's
singers?
the arrangements that we come up with. We got to.
You do your own, right?
Well,
Pretty much.
I have an orchestrator, Gary Anderson, who's in this town, and he's a
Right.
Grammy Award winner.
Yes, he's very well received.
And I brought him into Las Vegas.
Okay,
So,
good.
and he's very well respected. So he is actually orchestrating my songs. Now, one of my open tunes at the Smith Center is "Listen, Do You Want to Know a Secret?" So we do a Bobby Darin style.
Oh, how
Instead of the Beatles going, "Listen, do you want to know a secret?" We don't do that. We go, "Listen, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell?" So we do it more Bobby Darin.
Wow, that's so, you just whipped that right
Yeah.
out, the resonance and everything.
Yeah.
You just had a moment wash over you. I love it.
Yeah.
I like Bobby Darin.
Yeah.
He was kind
We
of
do
a-
that style.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm doing Al Green, "Let's Stay Together." I'm
love
doing Marvin Gaye's "Ain't No Mountain High."
Are you doing it again, that same show?
Yeah, I have a Barry Manilow. I have so much music. I could do 3 1.5-hour shows with all the music that I
I
have.
bet you could, yeah.
So where we get booked next will determine what I want to do musically, who our targeted audience is.
Right.
If I want to do doo-wop, a little bit of doo-wop. I just did at the San Gennaro Feast. I did Disco Inferno.
I love it.
Jump, Jive, and Wail.
I love all, I
Yeah.
was brought up with the one genre, and then again in the 70s, I was another, and it just is. But being in Vegas, and I remember when I moved here, you could actually go to a cocktail lounge with a 2-drink minimum and see Tina Turner, Gladys Knight, and those were kind of the days back then. But
Right.
yeah, there was some moment where they became elevated, and that's probably, you were riding that wave as well. What is the most interesting gig you did to date, just as far as gigs and
Well, I mean, to be in Puerto Rico for 3 years, to have a suite on the beach, and to be the star of the hotel for 3 years, there were a lot of benefits.
yeah, but there were, that's
I mean, and then to perform all around the country, the Fontainebleau, the Marco
my
Polo, the Sheratons, the Hiltons, the Ramadas. We would walk into a hotel. We would be the star act.
right,
Because when you work a small town, you're the star.
right,
It's not Celine Dion coming in.
right.
It would be the Saka twins coming in. It was, people would always
Pretty-
be looking. When they
pretty
saw
amazing.
2 male twins that look exactly alike.
And so good looking. It's not like you guys were chopped liver or anything.
One time I was in Fort Lauderdale performing. I was 22 years old.
Ooh.
And it was a big showroom, and I went up to this young lady. I think I went up to her, and we started talking, and I wind up going back to her house, and on her bedroom bureau was the ad of the newspaper, and my face was circled.
Oh, nowadays we call that stalking. Back then it was called scoring, I think.
See, I
Tony,
thought I picked
Tony,
her
Tony.
up.
Yeah.
I did. I thought I did. I thought I
No,
was cool.
I think she had you in her sights, definitely.
And then I was working Daytona, Florida, at the other place, one of the hottest
Daytona.
clubs. That was Easter time.
Okay, well, we're going to have to come back to that one. Hold that thought. I don't know about the book being X-rated, but this conversation might be that way. We'll see you in just a minute. Thank you.